So we got some fights this weekend, and I just want to take time to go in depth between the fighters and lastly make my picks as to who I think is going to win this weekend. And we're going to start with the three championship fights. As you know, there are three championship fights this weekend, and we're going to go ahead and start with Amanda Nunes and Jermaine Durandamy. So Amanda Nunes has been on an extreme tear for the past, I would say, 2 or 3 years. Straight mauled Ronda Rousey, mauled Misha Tate, mauled pretty much anybody who's came in her way. Fucking destroyed Cyborg. So like pretty much she's considered right now as the GOAT in the women's division, just period. Like you can't talk about the women's division without bringing up Amanda the Lioness Nunes. And she'll be fighting Jermaine Durandamy. She was the previous 145-pound champ. She beat Holly Holm for the belt, and she gave her the belt because she didn't want to fight Cyborg because she felt as if, well, basically years back, Cyborg popped for steroids or whatever the case may be. So she just felt as if she wanted to take the high road when it concerns fighting her because she felt as if once a cheater, always a cheater. Can't blame her on that. But of course, Amanda Nunes fought her and knocked her the fuck out. Um, so with that fight, obviously Amanda Nunes is gonna be the favorite. Like, there's just no question about it, and she deserves all the accolades that she has gotten. So obviously she's the champ, double champ, and she's been consistently defending her belts as she's supposed to. Um, so like I said, this one is for I think 145, if I'm correct. And there's a lot of things that I think Jermaine Durandamy has to prove to herself when she steps into the cage with Amanda Nunes. First and foremost, like I remember her last fight before she fought Homegirl. Just recently, she pretty much hit her with a straight right and just knocked her down, and that was pretty much the end of the fight. It was a little bit controversial, but she's very skilled. Okay, so there's no question when it concerns her background as a kickboxer. Like, dude, she used to fight men, but we all know Nunes is no slouch. She has great reach, long reach. She can throw pretty much hooks from hell. She is willing to brawl, but technically, you saw that in the Cyborg fight, how she really wasn't like brawling per se, but like she was actually getting into the pocket and just pretty much picking her shots like you're supposed to, not getting into a crazy brawl. So she's good there. Knockout power is there. She can go with the best of the best. Obviously Valentina Shevchenko, and she's been sleeping bitches since day one. You know, there's no question about that. Obviously that was a controversial fight as well, but from there on, Nunes has been on a tear, and she's been wrecking everybody who's come her way. But this one is different to me because it Jermaine Durant to me can fight. She's an excellent striker, and I feel like she can sit anybody down with any of her strikes, her Thai boxing, her leg kicks. Just she is more seasoned than Amanda Nunes, but I don't think this fight is gonna be on the technical aspect. Like it's gonna be a mental thing, and every fight is mental. Like I just think that when Nunes connects once, like I feel like she only needs to connect once for Jermaine Durandamy to just be like, oh, okay, so this is pretty much what this is right now, and she's gonna wither. Like I've seen Amanda Nunes fight several times, and it's always been the same case. Like when she hits you the first time, bitches be like, oh fuck no, like, and they just really want to get out of there, you know. Even like when Nunes fought Holly Holm, and they both respectively fought Holly Holm, but man, like when Amanda Nunes caught her with that beautiful head kick, and she was just like done right then and there, you know. She got caught with the head kick, and you can see her, she was throwing her hands up, and she was just pretty much done. I was like, oh fuck, you know. And she's doing nothing but getting better, and she's not afraid at all. And I noticed that um, GDR, she tends to, like I say, step back when she gets overwhelmed, because she did that in the Holly Holm fight, and of course she got a few cheap shots off, you know. But I don't see this fight going the distance at all. You know, I pretty much see maybe. I think that Jermaine Durandamy can withstand a lot of the onslaught that Nunes can give, but as far as like truly weathering the storm, man, I don't think she can do it, and I think she's gonna get like TKO'd in maybe round 4. I'm looking at round 4 TKO. Like I said, it's gonna be pretty much a stand and bang fight. People are talking about Nunes being willing to stand with GDR, making it seem as if that's a bad idea. She's knocked out some of the best strikers in the division. Like literally knocked them the fuck out. Holly Holm. You see what happened with her. So I don't see any issues as to why she couldn't stand with GDR. Like GDR can fucking bang, but I don't know, man. It's just something about Nunes that is just different. Like those long arms and her build is just on another level. And you know, I always go back to when I say that people fight. Well, women fight like girls. I mean, obviously, but these two women, they fight like men. Like I feel like that's more important. If you really, if I were to, you know, if I was a trainer, I would teach women to fight like men, because that feminine aspect, you know, and it's hard to escape it, but I think it's more of a technical thing. You know, they just let them do their thing, because if you look at it, like you have Valentina Shevchenko fights like a man. You have and this is no disrespect to them. It's just they fight like men, and those people are usually the most successful women who are willing to sit on their punches and pretty much extend all the way through, and that's what both GDR and Nunes does, and it's gonna be a very, like, I really cannot wait to see it, but it's gonna be ugly for GDR. Like she is not gonna probably. She's gonna be like, oh fuck. Like after a while, like getting hit by those fucking whip hammers. This is like pretty much like Amanda Nunes has like uh what's those chain links with the ball at the end, and that's just basically her fist. And she just swings those motherfuckers, and she hits you, and it's just done. And you can tell that she's gonna come in with a lot of confidence, because she's really fucked up a lot of good fighters, and she's not coming in to play no more fucking games. Like when she ended Cyborg, we all knew from right then that was it.